My friend, we're going to be doing a song by They Might Be Giants. Now, this tune is really cool. I would say if you've never checked out the band They Might Be Giants, check them out. I'm pretty sure you're going to like it. It's like rock and roll with a combination of ska, has a little bit of like just that beautiful, gorgeous 1990s singer-songwriter vibe. I think you're going to dig it. Anyway, I surely do. And I'm very grateful to one or two of my students that have brought them back up to my attention. The other day I did a really fun tune, also on the website. Check it out. Type in WAGO and then They Might Be Giants. It might come up for you. This song's called Dr. Worm. Now, I realized after teaching a student how to play this that this song is not being played in a standard tuning. It's actually be playing with the whole instrument, the E standard, being down to. Now, you're still going to play these in first position. However, there's no way to show this with the capo going up. I'd have to detune the entire guitar. That's not going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to play it in standard tuning, and then if you would like to, ask questions about this, and I will show you at the end what it would look like to actually put it down. What I should have done was down tune the whole thing, put the capo at the first fret, played it in standard tuning, and then taken it off and shown you what it looks like as the band does it. I digress. This video is predominantly for a bass player. However, they also want to know how to play the bass and the guitar, so I'm not going to deprive them of that. Wank, wank. Watch this here if you want to. The whole thing starts off with this D, these F sharp, B to the C sharp, and then to the F sharp major. Now, we are in the key of F sharp major, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp. F sharp is one of those grand keys that has all sharps except for one. That is going to be our B major. When we play these notes, the chord progression of the song at most times is going to be 1, 6, 4, 5. When you make these into diads, you get a much thicker chord. Right? And then when you turn them into power chords, you get a very much thicker chord. After doing this progression, the next progression we do is we go back to that 4 chord, 5 chord, and then we're going to play the 1 chord, 6. So we're just simply using the notes and the chords and we're turning them around. It does this twice. The first time it does all those C, B, C sharp, B, E flat, or D sharp in this case, da, 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 B, C sharp, and then it lands on a D. Goes to E, and then it lands on the F sharp. There is a quick interlude of the F sharp, B, F sharp, B, F sharp, B, F sharp, hangs out for a second, and then the bass and the guitar mimics this. 4th fret, 1st fret, 2nd fret, 1st fret, 1st fret, 3rd fret, 4th fret, 1st fret. That is the melody line that is played by the guitar and the bass, and believe it or not, even by the brass and the woodwinds. They're moving up and down in correlation, doing a backing band, moving in step. It's beautiful. I really enjoy this one for the brass aspect of it. Very cool. And then after having that, does that the twice, moves up our C, and then goes to our B, to our C sharp, and after that it goes back into our main motif. Eventually does this again. Second time it goes through here, rather than going up to the D, it does this. It's a bass solo, utilizing the notes of G sharp, B flat. I'm sorry, I'm not going to call it B flat, I'm going to call it A sharp. G sharp, A sharp. We're going to be going up to a B, back to the A sharp, G sharp, watching it down to F sharp, E sharp, even though it's an F note, and then down to our bass note. We're going to walk this down, and then land on our C sharp. So we're walking this down. Lands on the C sharp, there is some cool little fill there by the brass work, and then it jumps right back into our main motif. Fun tune, I gotta say. Always impressed. Does the back and forth. F, B, F sharp, B. One more time. Crazy ending. Yeah! Huzzah! I hope this is standard enough to just get you through the beginning part of this They Might Be Giants song. If we were to show this through the eyes of a guitar that has been down-tuned, what I'm about to play without down-tuning this guitar is going to be the chords that you would play if you were to down-tune your E to an E flat, A to an A flat, D to a D flat, G to a G flat, B to a B flat, and E to an E flat, thusly turning your instrument, which is standard tuning, down a half step. It's just called a drop tuning of a flat, E flat. Here are the chords you will be playing over the top of it for this song. Instead of having our F sharp to B, we'd be doing a C to a G. Simply said, it's just going up a half step and utilizing those as a 1 and a 4. Much easier, by the way. And then we have G, E minor, C major, D, G, E minor, C major, D, back to the C, D, notice how all these chords are just scooched up? What we've done is we're doing the same exact progression. This is a huge opportunity to tell any aspiring musician, if you know how to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E, what we can do through the sharps? Sure. Go to the E, go to the B. B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, G sharp. If you can do what I just did, there is no point to ever write a chart out using A, B, C, D, E, F, or G. I would always start writing this out with our Roman numeral system, or at least our Nashville system of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why? Exactly what we're talking about. This song had this right in the beginning. Well, here the song has, it's the same thing. We're going to be playing the 1 chord to the 4 chord. Well, that's in that key, F sharp. If we're in the key of G major, we're going to be playing that from here, G to the C. So the whole thing that I'm trying to point out in this diatribe, start writing out your chords using Roman numerals, and you will be thanking yourself in the future, because you might find a chart you wrote when you were 16, when you're 45, and if it's in Roman numeral, you then probably will know how to play in B flat, or E flat, or D flat, or hypothetical keys, G sharp, A sharp. Therefore, you can make your own determination about what key you want to put it in. Some songs are a lot more fun to play in different keys, by the way. That's why people write different keys. And it also suits people's voices, and some instrumentation just is easier to play when you modulate for different instruments. I knew. Thank you very much for this request. I do dig They Might Be Giants. I hope this was good enough. Good enough, pig. Aloha!